The best part of waking up.
That was not funny.
Man, these white boys is on. And now for two guys who think they have something to say to the world. Here's Natty Ice and Wise Kai. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
This is not going to be our best.
No, this is going to be a freestyle show.
Yeah, we're not really.
Especially from me.
We're not really feeling it. I pulled something out of the bank, and that was my top 5 YouTube channels.
You were going to say you pulled something out of somewhere else. I was going to be concerned. I was like, Kyle, Wise Kai,
pulled
this
something
is a
out
family
of my
show.
Pulled something out of my butt.
But this is a family show.
You can say butt on TV.
I'm going to touch the butt.
The FCC allows it. I think they allow ass.
Well, if they can say it in Finding Nemo, then we
touch the butt.
Yeah.
Because that's loosely what we're basing our censorship off. This is a little behind the scenes, if you will. Is the FCC rules, just to keep everything family friendly.
So, Wise Kai, let's tell our viewers, listeners, whatever.
Yeah.
Of the deal we made with the lady a while back.
Oh, okay. So, before the lady was allowed to marry Natty Ice over there, she had to watch the original trilogy of Star Wars, now labeled as Episode 4, 5, and 6. A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and The Empire Strikes Back. Sorry,
you got them
other way around.
Up, but, whatever.
Yeah, the three are there.
Yeah.
So she did, and one of our rules was she wasn't allowed on her phone either, which she did a fairly okay job of.
She did a stand-up job.
Yeah, she really tried. We're proud of you.
Hey.
And so to return that, we had to sit through all 4 of the Twillet movies.
Twillet?
Of the Twillet movies. And
Twillet.
Yeah, it's Twillet.
Okay.
Isn't that?
I think it's Twilight. At least that's how I had always heard it.
Have I been pronouncing it wrong whole time?
And I apologize for that. But
I'm going to look like such an idiot.
For some reason, some geeky little librarian with her glasses on just came over here.
And braces.
And braces, yeah. Epic. She's showing me our friend Robin's thank you card because she's writing thank you cards for our wedding. Anyway, you're bothering the show right now. I mean, I love you, and I just love watching you walk away. But what?
That'll be in the intro.
You hate to watch me go, but you love to watch me leave.
Don't let the front door hit you on the backside. Did you ever watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
Only a few episodes.
Oh, really? That was one of the... You remember Brack?
Yes.
With his annoying voice? That was one of his songs.
Brack was also on something else. What was the other show?
He had his own show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was I think it was just called The Brack Show.
Yeah.
Him and Zorak, the mantis.
Space Ghost was so weird.
Yeah.
Is that where Harvey Birdman started?
No, but I think that's what spawned it. Was they did this because Space Ghost wasn't.
Space Ghost kind of looked like Harvey Birdman.
Yeah, well, he was an actual hero back in the whatever.
Oh.
It was one of those that was hopping on some sort of train, and then Harvey Birdman was also a quote unquote real superhero. He had his own cartoon. That's where the
Attorney
was.
at law. All right, where were we?
I don't even know.
We were
talking about Twillet.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
So what'd you think? For the whole series as a whole.
Entertaining.
Because I'm not about to go through every movie.
Entertaining-ish.
Okay. Wasn't the worst thing I've seen.
No, I've definitely seen worse. Now, one thing I did like, I thought the last movie was probably the best one.
Oh yeah, that had the big fight scene in it.
Yeah, so I mean that was cool. But my biggest thing that I didn't like is it was so teen romancy.
Right.
I mean, that could have just been made so much better.
Right, but my thought on that, my theory on that, is that that's what the book/movie was originally.
Well, no, I get that.
So what it did for that genre, it did well. It even created a new genre, because now we have teen paranormal romance in Barnes & Noble. So, for what it did well, I guess.
It just kills me that she's all like, oh, I just can't live without you.
Yeah, the whole...
I was like, you're 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't even go to Barnes & Noble without me.
What?
That's going to the intro.
Yeah, I couldn't go. We're married. Plus, I'm 26.
Go to Barnes and Noble without me.
That's fine. This isn't a movie, at least I think. I guess I don't know. But, you know, I am so much more Team Carlisle
Yeah.
than Edward or Jacob.
Me too. He was the real hero.
Yeah, I kind of thought that he was probably the best thought out character of
Also,
the whole thing.
Robert Pattinson is ugly.
Pattinson.
Pattinson?
Yeah.
Robert Paddington Bear is
Robert Paddington.
is ugly.
Even with
I'll
his
say
red
it.
eyes.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah.
No one else is going to say it.
No one else said it ever, so I'm going to. You heard it here, folks.
He is.
On North by
I'm sure he's a
Nowhere.
nice guy.
Sure.
Whatever.
He was good in that Water for Elephants movie.
Yeah.
Water for Elements.
I guess what I'm more commenting on is that people went gaga over him, and he's not.
Yeah,
and it was just the illusion of what he represents in a fictional world. But
And the other thing that kills me about vampires, and this has always killed me about vampire stuff, even, you know, in good, what I would call good vampire stuff.
Yeah.
Like True Blood, Blade, you know, all.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, there's such this love affair with vampires.
Dracula.
And then when you think about it, they're terrible. Like they're
monsters. Yeah. Well,
So
that's
like
what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I get that. But like in this movie, they're tearing each other's heads off and this and that. It's
That's
like,
true.
what makes that desirable?
Right.
I guess I don't get
Well,
it.
and that's kind of what the mythos is for what I want to say is European vampires, the whole Count Dracula-esque suave and,
Yeah.
nobleman, is that's a whole seduction thing for their food.
I suppose.
That's basically a
that
hunting
makes sense.
technique.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is how it's portrayed, and then, movies like this come along. And I'm not saying it ruined a whole genre, but it certainly didn't help it.
It didn't help. And,
In my eyes, I guess.
I can
is
see
my
why the teeny boppers loved it. Mm-hmm. Can understand. But like I said, the last one was probably the best. The first one was by far the worst.
That was all high school drama.
it was
Although Anna
borderline
Kendrick
awful.
was more in that one.
I am a fan.
So, yeah, me too. She's lovely. She's tiny.
She also can sing well.
Yeah. I never saw Pitch Perfect, too.
That was great.
Yeah. But anyway, no, and that's why I have a problem with it, because I've had a fascination with vampires since I was very little. Just their whole, and I'm not talking about this specifically, I'm talking about an actual mythos, because in every mythology, every ancient religion has some sort of a blood-sucking demon or something like that comes from it. So I thought it was very fascinating. But
Yeah.
that was from my love of Castlevania, the video
that
game
makes
series.
sense, really.
But anyway,
So that's that.
yeah,
I mean, we hate to admit that we watched it, but here we are.
We did.
We did it.
fair's fair.
Fair is fair.
But,
She still has 2 more Star Wars movies to watch, by the way.
That's very true.
Also, we're going to treat her to some good movies tonight. Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Never seen them.
Which ones were we going to watch again? Seven Psychopaths.
Seven Psychopaths. With, Christopher Walken's in it.
I love that part in the preview.
Yeah.
Put your hands up. No.
No.
Yeah. No.
And then, hopefully we can watch Star Trek Into Darkness too, because neither of us have seen that yet, which is just weird.
It is really weird. The first one was good.
Yeah, first one was great.
Anyway,
Yeah.
how are you guys doing? We're
Thank you for the roaring response.
yeah. We're just gonna get into what I said we were gonna get into.
That sentence was whoa.
We're gonna get into the getting ins. Top 5 YouTube channels. These are mine. Nathan didn't write one because he's not.
My name's not Nathan.
I don't care. They know your name.
No, they don't.
They know your name.
We came up with these nicknames for anonymity.
Anonymity. Anonymity. Like a superhero, so no one kidnaps our wives,
Well,
girlfriends, dogs.
They can have her. JK, love you.
$25.99, 4 easy payments.
Hey, you, love you. She's ignoring me.
She's smiling, though.
I am now in trouble. Anyway, back to it.
Anyway, yeah, these are my top 5 because I'm on YouTube a lot.
Yeah, I am not so much, but I do have a couple that I kind of like.
Sure.
So, I don't know, I might interject some.
That's fine. Number 5, and I didn't write a whole lot for these, so it's going to be quick. Number 5 is Cinema Sins, which is a great time-wasting channel. It goes through all of your popular and some unpopular movies and tallies up their quote-unquote sins that are things that are bad or inconsistent or overlooked. And I say quote-unquote sins because while they do sometimes point out, inconsistencies in the movies that are actually true, and you'll be like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. They'll point out sins like, 14 seconds of logo time in the beginning, or this person talks too much. Just funny little opinion things that they throw in there. But the guy has a great narrative voice, usually about 20 minutes per episode. And, just hits up some of your favorite movies.
I think I have seen a couple of those before.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
They float around.
Kind of along that same lines, and I can't say that I'm a huge fan of this channel just because I haven't seen very many of them.
Yeah.
But the honest movie trailers,
Yeah.
or honest trailers, I think it is.
With the guy in his movie voice.
Yeah. Those are hilarious to me because they're
One
almost
man.
always spot on.
Yeah.
To all the garbage that goes on into these movies.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That is a good, that's on, because that's not, his channel's not called that.
It's Funny or Die, I believe.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh.
I can look it up quick, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, this guy with a one of those movie announcer voices that we all hear, he'll go through and do a quote unquote honest trailer, and he's pretty much telling you all the
Screen Junkies.
there you go, all the stereotypes that you'll see through these movies, and just check it out. It's kind of funny.
Yep.
Number four. Number in a world. Number 4 for me is Team 4-Star.
Funny stuff.
They do the Dragon Ball Z abridged. If you know anything about Dragon Ball Z, they take that and edit the clips so it matches their own voices. They do their own voiceover work, and it's called abridged because it's a shortened, condensed version of it with their own humor.
But it still kind of keeps the story going.
Yep, surprisingly, it still keeps the storyline going, albeit, bubbling up a few things.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Bubbling.
The Krillin own count is pretty funny.
But they redubbed their series in their own way, and their voice acting is actually
It's pretty good.
it's very impressive.
The guy who does
And
Vegeta is really
yeah,
impressive.
and it goes. You can totally tell if you watch episode 1 to their current one how much they've grown as voice actors themselves.
Yeah.
But
I like their the ones that they release once a year. The
Hellsing
ones.
abridged.
Those are hilarious.
Yeah, talk about a real vampire.
A good vampire.
Alucard.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch an anime series that is short, sweet, and
bloody.
very much to the point,
Yeah,
watch Hellsing because it is awesome.
but
That's my PSA.
that's Natty Ice's PSA. Yeah. We'll put a
get my name right this time.
We'll put a graphic up there.
Okay.
Where was I? I'll edit to this.
I don't really have anything to add to that one. I've watched some.
We made you watch the whole first season
Yeah, but I've now gone through and watched like 1 through 15
for
for the
Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
No, I think I started on season 2 is what I did and started from there.
Yeah. That one's great, and they only come out with one every month
It's probably hard.
because the thing is they can't monetize it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's all copyrighted,
Yep.
and they put a big warning in front. They can monetize T-shirts they make. They also have a Patreon.
What's a Patreon?
You never heard of that? Patreon is basically you put up a website that says, "Hey, people, fund me. Donate money."
Okay, so it's like a GoFundMe, Kickstarter type deal.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
But you get bonuses for doing it, like you get content first and stuff like that. But yeah, it's because they couldn't monetize. Because if they could monetize it, I mean, it's like over 1 million hits per episode.
Yep.
That would be a lot of
They'd
money
be
going
rich.
in. But
Yeah.
anyway, my number 3 is the epic rap battles. It's simply called ERB. The channel is. And it's pure fun. It's 2 YouTubers called Epic Lloyd and Nice Peter.
Nice, Peter. I just love that.
Yeah, and they came together to produce a channel that pits figures, fictional and real, from history together in a rap battle. Everything from Justin Bieber versus Beethoven.
Ow! That was not funny.
Was it your funny bone?
Yeah, but it was not funny.
That's why it's hilarious.
That wasn't funny at all. Anyway,
From your end,
right on the weenus.
it's tender. It's a tender area.
Anyway, back to ER or whatever, ERB.
ERB. Anything from Justin Bieber to Beethoven, from Elvis Presley to versus Michael Jackson. That was a good one. A lot of stuff is covered. And the great thing is that they're all battles based on fan suggestions. At the end of every video, you can just write, this person versus this person, and they might pick it. And the channel has gotten so big that they now do like tours of these rap battles, stopping in cities and putting on costumes and doing it all live. It's pretty impressive.
And the beats are always really good.
Yeah, they do. Somebody else does their beats for them. I'm not sure how the process exactly, if they send lyrics first and get the beats back, or if the people just send a beat over and they put lyrics to it. But they're fantastic.
Yep. And then, for being a couple of very white people,
Yeah.
they're pretty good.
Even,
it's pretty decent.
and they've had guest stars.
Yeah.
They've had Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was
Moses versus Santa Claus.
Yeah, that was a good one.
They have had Weird Al Yankovic. But anyway, Snoop Dogg, if you go to, because they do a behind the scenes on a different channel, Snoop Dogg, he's looking at the lyrics and he goes, man, these white boys is on. Because it's
great.
true.
Yeah. My all-time favorite one is still Adam versus Eve. Just because, one,
Jenna
I
Marbles.
love Jenna Marbles, and two, it is so man versus woman.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
It's just so great.
It's very entertaining. The Weird Al Yankovic one, what was it? Isaac Newton versus Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, yeah, that
one was pretty good, just because of the guest star in there.
There's so many good ones. Like, you can't even really pick them out.
Yeah, and that's another channel where every time a video is released, it's instantly
Millions.
over 1 million.
Yep.
Usually over 4 million. It's one of the most viewed YouTube channels, actually.
And they're hilarious.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
They must be making bank.
You would think so.
But anyway, number 2 for me, this is personal, The Game Theorists. Have you heard of this channel?
I never have.
All right, so this channel features the ramblings of a man named Matt Pat. And the whole concept behind this channel is to go through video games and construct theories and reveal truths to them, using, just either common sense or science or something like that. For instance, there's a video called "Is Mario Faster Than Sonic?" which he takes their height from the instruction booklets, because the old instruction booklets had stuff like that.
Instruction booklet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. but it would list their height, and then he would somehow calculate how tall or what their length is when they run.
Okay.
Their stride.
Stride.
That's what I'm looking for. Using, counting pixels, because pixels are, a square unit of measurement. And he actually found out that Mario is faster than Sonic, and
Really?
Sonic isn't even that fast.
Well, if you think
According
about
to
how
the
much
old.
Well, really, if you think about how much you actually move in that game when you're running, it's not that fast unless you charge up first.
Yep, exactly. And he does another one that's which version of Link rules them all throughout all of the Legend of Zelda games. That one's pretty entertaining. But his most popular videos are the Five Nights at Freddy's theories.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so much. There's the main game, and then what everybody's interested in is the behind the scenes kind of, and I think I've talked about this before in the show, so I'm not going to get into it too much, but the theory videos he has are definitely worth watching, even if you've never played the game before, because it is fascinating. And he never leaves you in the dust. He covers everything that you need to know before he gets into the theory. So
Apparently, they are going to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yep.
Which is probably going
It's going to be
absolutely
interesting.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's either going to flop huge or be really scary.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
This is just going to be an aside.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook right now, and under trending, state trooper shot in head during traffic stop. Suspect arrested. This is in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Like, what the hell is wrong with people these days? I just don't get it. Anyway, sorry.
No. That kind of goes with like gun laws
Oh, I don't want to get into
and
that.
stuff like that. I'm going to get into it a little bit because I watched.
I don't want to get into it, Kyle.
Speaking of a YouTube video, I watched. I was watching motorcycle videos, like
Yep.
I told you earlier.
Yep.
And there was one of like it was like crankiest road ragingest people. But anyway, this bike gets cut off in traffic. I assume because the video starts with them arguing.
Yeah.
And the guy that's in the car is arguing back and forth with the guy, and he's like, you almost hit me, and he's like, oh, I don't care, and stuff like, and then he pulls a pistol on him. The guy in the car pulls a pistol, and the guy, to his credit, the guy with the helmet cam motorcycle, he doesn't even care. He's like, what, you're just gonna pull a pistol on me? And the guy's like, you're damn right I'm gonna, and he's waving it and flashing it and stuff like that, and he's pretty much just going, then shoot me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, don't aim that thing unless you're ready to use it. And then the jerk pulls away. And then what's funny is I scrolled down to the comments a little bit, and somebody posted a news article of that guy getting arrested later.
Of course.
Not for that incident, for something else.
Something else.
Yeah. So that guy was just a dick to begin with.
Yeah, basically, dumb people are ruining guns for everybody else. Dumb people ruin guns for law-abiding citizens who have guns.
Exactly. But that was the aside.
Yep, okay.
That's all
that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right.
All right, so now we're up to number 1, and it's a tie. Because they're both similar channels in what they do. They're Let's Play channels. And they're the Game Grumps and Markiplier. Game Grumps is a channel started by Ego Raptor, if you know his work. He's an artist, or he was an artist. He doesn't do it so much anymore. Voice actor. And JonTron, who did video game reviews kind of in a funny way. And that went on for a year, and then JonTron left the show, and then in comes Danny Sexbang. And that's
Danny Sexbang.
That's it's the best stage name ever. It's Daniel Avedon. But he was, or still is, part of what's called Ninja Sex Party, and they're a comedy band, kind of like Tenacious D and Flight of the Conchords and stuff like that. And that's an actual channel you can check out as well as Ninja Sex Party. And what's funny about that is that it's called Ninja Sex Party because they have what's called Ninja Brian. He writes all the music for it, plays all the instruments and whatnot. And he is a well-respected theoretical physicist.
Which is just insane to me.
In his field, yeah.
And that's how it usually goes, I guess.
And he's very smart, but he also does the Twitter accounts where he makes nothing but dick jokes all day.
I follow him, I think.
Do you, Brian?
No, I follow Ninja Sex Party.
Okay, yeah, that's him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because Danny doesn't do any of it.
So stupid. Like everything he ever says is so dumb.
Yeah, it's definitely his humor.
Yeah.
Or their humor. But anyway, the Game Grumps are fantastic. They come out with 3 videos a day, and they're 10 minutes each. It'll be 2 of Game Grumps and 1 of either Grumpcade, Steam Train. It's something else because it's grown. Yeah. Obviously, they have a lot more people involved. But anyway, and they just play video games, 2 people, and they talk and they joke, and it's good entertainment.
It's relatively entertaining. I watched for a while Game Grumps, but I just don't think I'm really into Let's Play stuff.
Oh, okay.
I can sit and watch somebody like in person play video games, but I don't know. To me, it's more like I'd rather just sit and watch than hear a narration over it, I guess. So
well, and the thing is that I usually throw it on and play a video game.
Sure.
So I'm not even watching the video.
Yeah.
But
then you're just listening to the stupidity that's going on, which kind of makes it good.
Exactly. So. And then I found Markiplier by random chance because I
follow him on Twitter too.
Yeah, because I've been you see his stuff pop up because he's very popular now, and it's interesting because his channel started out only a couple of years ago, and he exploded. Like, I think he's number 2 to PewDiePie.
What's a PewDiePie?
Oh, he's the number 1 Let's Player on YouTube. And PewDiePie did a video a while back about how much he makes, and it's like $9 million a year.
That's insane.
That is, for just playing video games and being stupid. Or entertaining, I should say. And Markiplier does the same thing. But he usually, his niche is he'll play scary games. Not so much anymore, but he used to. He'd play like Outlast, and he's done the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. And so you get to watch his reactions on everything because he has a webcam on his face. And
I should watch some of that.
Yeah, it's very entertaining. But that's all I got. Oh, yeah, and his voice is butter.
Markiplier's?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen any of his before.
It's fantastic. It's like a radio-esque, announcer voice. I'll show you something afterwards, but...
I can't really think of anything else to talk about. So I don't really have any YouTube channels that I really watch. Well, yeah, I mean, the lady and I, every once in a while, watch some compilation of dogs being cute.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just because that's the type
that's
of
what you
we
do.
Are. Yeah, I mean, but it's not like I subscribe to channels or anything. I love YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you can basically find a video
for
whatever you want to see. But for some reason, I just don't like follow channels like religiously.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It's just, and maybe it's just that I haven't found the right people.
You have to have a lot of time to waste.
Yeah, that could be.
And I have a lot of time to waste.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wrote a couple stupid poems. You want to hear them?
Sure.
Okay. Here's some poems for you. This one, these are so dumb. This one's just called Musings. The grizzly bear did roar with purple ghastly flame. A tree in the distance barks so sweet with blue marshmallowy grains. The fish, he did ask, won't tomorrow night be yes? A question he posed so quizzically. And that is when I decided to stop taking so much damn LSD.
Okay.
You want to hear a tale about the dragon of Rothshire?
Where's Rothshire?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's far away. The dragon of Rothshire plagues lands of many. The king, full of distress, sought out solutions aplenty. A knight so bold said, "Sire, I may have a solution to the dragon problem that is so large and of which there is much deducing." "Well, dear boy, let's hear it now," the king in earnest cried out. "We haven't much time," the king did yell, and hoot, and holler, and shout. "Let the beast take my wife in flight," the knight replied surprisingly, "for she be on the rag tonight, and no dragon's a match for she."
Oh my god. Family friendly show, Kyle.
Sorry, I'm not bleeping that out. Sorry, not sorry.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know, something smells weird over here.
Is it this candle?
Yeah.
It smells like fruity.
Fruity?
I don't know.
Do you have anything you want to talk about for the rest of our show?
No.
Why?
It's only gonna get asthma covered.
Why?
Yes. I don't write thank yous.
Then don't.
Yeah. Looks like you got a pretty decent pile of them done over there.
Can we talk about how stupid the institution of marriage is?
Haven't you guys already done that on your phone?
Not really.
No.
Kind of.
I've alluded to it.
It's not really the marriage part that's stupid to me. Mm-hmm. It's all the rest of the stuff that goes into it.
All the planning and whatnot. I don't know.
What are you doing? Over here. I'm getting ready to watch Star Trek.
No.
At least it's, like modern Star Trek.
Yeah.
Though I really do wish that the Next Generation characters were in it.
Picard.
It'd be so awesome if Data was in it.
Yeah, Data was good. Did you watch the one where they...
I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay.
Where they try him as a human.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not, yeah.
And then Picard just lays down his on the table.
It's kind of what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I am Patrick Stewart.
This is what Earl Grey tea gets you.
Earl Grey. I see that you're working real hard on those thank yous over there. I mean, it looks a lot like Pinterest. It looks a lot like Pinterest.
I don't know. I think people have a point when they say that two people are already in love. Why do you got to get the government in on it? But I can see the other way around.
Yeah,
Stay together long enough, you're legally.
Yeah, aside from the benefits of it.
What
I
are
guess.
you at that point? You're like
Civil union?
civil union.
Domestic.
Or domestic
Domestic-
partnership or
Yeah, there
something
you
like
go.
that. Yeah. Basically, you live together.
Yeah. Which we almost could have.
We were probably pretty close.
But North Dakota doesn't want to recognize that.
Well, of course it doesn't.
But yeah, I mean, aside from the government benefits, like if you were to die, she'd get your shit.
Yeah,
Unless
which
otherwise
is so
stated.
much shit.
Yeah.
I heard he was plotting something.
Well,
Do you have good life insurance? Do you have good life insurance?
I'm worth $100,000 dead to my parents.
It's decent.
Yeah. Should we just...
That's just whatever.
Okay. We'll have a short
It'll just
one.
be a short one.
And as always,
Oh, yeah, we got to talk.
you can find us on Facebook.com/North by Nowhere, probably where you're listening to this right now. We're hosted on Spreaker, posts on Facebook. But other than that, you can find us on Twitter at NorthByNowhere.com.
What?
Otherwise, you can find us on Twitter. And scene. Otherwise, you can find us at Twitter at North by Nowhere. Where else are we?
This episode is brought to you by Audible.com.
Yep.
You can go to audible.com/northbynowhere.
Audibletrial.com.
Audibletrial.com. Okay.
And scene.
And scene. As always, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com. You can go to audibletrial.com/northbynowhere. You can sign up on there, and you do have to put in your credit card information, but you get a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial, which you can cancel at any time.
Yes.
Audiobooks are cool.
Yeah, I would suggest you don't cancel it, but
but whatever.
audiobooks are cool. So you can work out and listen to your stuff. You can work and listen to your stuff instead of your coworkers. Whatever.
Like normal people do.
Yeah. Just ignore all of that.
Anyway, that's it for this episode. Sorry that it sucks like our whole show does. But
Be sure not to tune in next week.
it would be hilarious if we saw just like one person listen the next time around.
Just have one listener from Jamaica.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll catch you next week.
Peace.